We are in the future. We are actually in the future now. What just happened, not just happened, it was actually a month ago in SoCal, in Southern California, blew us ahead of where we were supposed to be, okay?
Okay.
This hasn't, before we get started, this happened a month ago, okay? I don't want anybody in the comments saying, your guys are late. Shut the up. This hasn't hit the news. We are not a month late. No one's posted about this. I saw it randomly on a TikTok and I was like, huh, that's weird.
Yeah, at least we're talking about it.
I've only seen one TikTok about it.
Been talking about
okay? Yeah, it hasn't hit news cycle yet. So shut the fuck up. Anyways.
Be careful. We all might go missing in that case.
No, because this is revolutionary. Also, this was funded by the government, so they can't get mad at me. Okay. They can't get mad at me.
We cool. I bet I see people in black vans and stuff outside.
All right. December 5th, 2022. Lawrence Livermore National Laboratory. Okay. They've been working on this for apparently 10 years at this lab alone, but they've been working on it for 60 years. They've been trying to find a way to do it. It's fusion energy. So before we get into it, I just want to explain what fusion energy is. So fission is what people know of more. Fission is what makes atomic bombs. It's when you pull atoms apart. Fission is when you shove two together and it makes energy.
Oh.
Just like, I don't know the science behind it. No one needs to know the science behind it, to be honest. You don't need to know. Yeah. Basically, what fission is you put, or fusion, you put energy in and it comes out more than you put in. You're basically, you have the infinite power glitch, okay? That's what's happening. So scientists in Southern California at this lab did it. Scientists were theorizing that we were 100 years away from this technology and they figured it out a month ago. They did it in this lab, okay? So basically, it's 100% clean as well. So you're putting energy in, it basically theoretically makes a little star, and that star outputs more energy than you put in. So you can take some of the energy you put into that's coming out of the star, put it back into the same star, and it will continually do output. It has minimal to no waste. So this isn't nuclear. This is above nuclear where we have no waste anymore. This is like, the reason they were so dead set on finding it right now is because of Biden's zero emissions plan, right? This is the start of it. This is the future of energy, basically, is what they think. So we weren't alive to build the pyramids. We weren't alive when the internet was first made. Some people were, or let's go back even further. We weren't alive when Benjamin Franklin found out lightning has energy in it. But you can say that you were alive in the moment when they found out how to make fusion energy, because this is the scientists I was reading off of. They say this will push us to the future. Like, we are now in it. We are now in a society where if we can mass produce or like commercially put these out, we will be in the future, basically.
So no more using like fossil fuels or anything?
No, so like they think this is the future. Few issues with that right now.
Okay.
The scientists figured out how to do it. The lab they figured out how to do it in had like 100-something lasers. This lab was the size of a football stadium.
Yeah.
So you can't mass produce that. You can't put that in every city. But their next step, basically, what they want to find next, and this is why I think it hasn't hit news yet. Well, one, because the news is too worried about what Kanye's saying, or, that what's happening in Ukraine and stuff.
Yeah.
But there's no point in the public even knowing about it on a broad scale, because we can't even use it for probably another decade, is what I'm thinking, because they have to find a way to not only mass produce it, but also shrink it like a lot, because you cannot have a football-sized stadium power unit. I mean, like, the theory is that you have one of these in each city and it powers the entire city, but that's long-term, and you can't just have a football stadium just like somewhere.
Yeah.
How do you even transfer the energy out? You can't take up that much room for energy, like that sort of thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
There's big power grids and stuff like that, but it's a lot of money right now.
Yeah.
Like they were saying it, like the government was been funding this, but they were saying like there's been, of course, billions of dollars put into this. So it's like, how are you going to mass produce that? You can't right now.
True.
So the goal here now that they figured this out is commercialize it. Basically, allow it to be put in the cities and then you have clean energy 100%.
Yeah.
The only waste people say is like the actual factory themselves. Like the only waste there will ever be is if that factory or lab that's producing the energy gets shut down. Now you just have a big ass building. That's the only waste of it. There's no actual waste from the energy.
But the question would be, why would it even need to be shut down?
Well, yeah, of course, but like they can't say zero waste because there is some. You know what I mean?
It's just it's a possibility. It's a variable.
We are in the future, boys.
Yeah.
Like we are dead ass in the future.
Fusion rifles.
True.
Fusion rifles.
Oh, you know what they could do with that energy? Make hoverboards.
Yeah, who knows? I mean, at this point, when you eliminate the waste of energy, it also has zero carbon emissions. So it's like, climate change wise, it's good or, whatever, theoretically, I guess. And then there's no waste. Like there's not, nuclear waste sitting up in mountains, like in these huge vats and shit like that.
Yeah.
Like there is right now up in Yucca. So insane. We are now in the future. It's actually insane. When I saw that TikTok, I was like, no, why is no one talking about this?
Yeah.
Why? It's just so weird. That's just, even a big thing like this, you have to search to find information on it because the news cycle is just too worried about other stuff. It's really sad because like this is the stuff that should be on the news.
Yeah.
Like actually human revolution, like the next technological revolution.
But it's fear.
Yeah, it's just weird. It's just annoying. It's not even fear. It's just dumb shit.
I believe, what was it? Jim Carrey, I think it is, who played what was it? Grinch in I think it is. Yeah. He's on to something. He knows like talk shows and news and stuff is all funded by government and stuff like. And the government say don't say something because we haven't finished with it. We haven't commercialized it. We haven't found the best way to use it yet. They ain't gonna say nothing. But
I was on that train, so I was on the train that the government isn't telling us about it because they don't have a way to make money on it yet.
Yeah.
That was before I went deeper into research. The government funded it, so it's like they ain't worried about making money on it. They literally funded the place, so it's like I don't think they're worried about money. It's just
I think it's about fine tuning it.
People don't need to know yet.
Yeah.
But even if, see, that's the problem though. Is like you tell the public about this. Now, everyone is going to start throwing a fit that, why have you guys put your money into it? Why isn't it mass produced yet? Give it like 6 months after they announce this. Like if they actually like mass announced it, right? Or like Biden like actually had a speech like announcing this revolution or something. Now there's going to be hella people complaining that they haven't mass produced it yet and they're still paying power bills. And it's like, okay. Yeah. There's no point in the public knowing because all people are going to do is complain at the end of the day.
Yeah. I mean, the only thing I can think of the probably, what I can see happening, right? Let's say, give it a decade and they figure it out, right?
It could be less.
More. It could be less.
Yeah.
Shoot, they could figure it out next month. Who knows?
Who knows?
Like you said though, they thought we were decades away from it and they just figured it out. But I feel like what's gonna happen, they're gonna figure it out, right? Tell us after they figured out how to like mass produce it, make it small and everything like that. Tell us, do everything they need to do with it first, probably power their own stuff like that first.
Yeah. And
then afterwards, give it a couple months and then tell everybody we figured out a way to make it smaller. Yeah. Now we're gonna be able to, just in my sense, probably even shouldn't say this. I'm probably gonna get taken out for this. Probably the same stuff that military does. Actually, that's just an understandable thing. I feel like everybody knows at this point. Just don't talk about it. Like military, the bomber thing that they revealed. They probably had that thing for God knows how long. Yeah. They finally decided, okay, now we'll tell y'all about it. Make y'all a little happy. Give y'all something to focus on for a moment.
Yeah.
Well, we got something new we're working on right now.
Yeah. Or already have it.
Already have it. But that's probably the same. That's if military does, I can see government doing it with this.
Yeah.
But now, I'm just thinking, so, okay, let's put it in the cities. Is the Tesla going to charge faster?
Yeah.
I'll buy a Tesla if it charges like in 5 minutes in that case.
I think that's the whole other issue is like, you'd somehow have to swap the entire power grid to this thing. How do you even do that?
And that alone is gonna take a while.
Yeah. And it's also, the other thing that just popped in my head is it's probably not safe yet. You know what I mean?
True.
Like, what if this shit explodes?
Yeah.
Like
What if it actually is a star?
The entire state just like
Yeah.
becomes a crater. You know what I mean? I don't know.
Because like
Damn.
if you even though it's probably not even like a star or whatever, if you reference it like a star, who knows if it's constantly renewing itself? Is it ever it's gonna get bigger, and then eventually just start swallowing everything? Did you just create a black hole or something?
Yeah.
Or two, like you said, is it going to blow up like a star?
Yeah.
Like,
keep in mind, I saw the picture of what they used to make this.
yeah.
It was under a telescope, and they were just measuring the energy. You know what I mean? Like they had energy going in, and they measured more energy coming out of it than they put in. But it's like under a microscope. It is so unbelievably tiny what they were doing.
Okay,
So it's
time
not
out.
like-
no,
it's
no,
not
no,
like-
no. Time out. So you mean to tell me it's the size of a stadium, but the star is?
They had like 160 lasers surrounding it, right? Like the lasers have to. I don't know. I wasn't there. I'm just saying the facility they were using.
I don't feel like you felt attacked.
I just don't know. I don't know. It was massive. Yeah, I'm not a scientist. I'm just a. Don't kill the messenger.
there.
Jesus Christ.
You're just telling some news, bro.
Yeah, I'm just the messenger. Don't get mad at me. I'm just trying to inform the people.
Don't deliver the message. You can't give me all the news. No. But hey,
I'm just saying, like it was under a microscope. That's how small this thing was. So, you know, it's not like they're making a star like this big, and you're looking at it, you're like, that's a fucking sun. Like, that,
Honestly,
you know what I mean? Like,
when you explain this, what I'm thinking is something a little bit smaller than
yeah,
this.
no,
And like, so you know, something like it's like a
it's like a particle on your fingernail type shit.
no.
Like under a microscope, they were doing it.
No, I'm imagining like this ball of light, like the size of a basketball, and it's just going like,
Yeah, that will really explode. Yeah,
like, just
that will
casually
explode.
blow.
No, that's what'd you say? It was a black hole. That's what will cause a black hole.
Yeah,
It's like the rift in Fortnite. Just like boom, just is there and it sucks everything in.
Hey,
Hey, if that's how I find out what's on the inside of a black hole, if that's how I go
That's
out,
it. You know what? That's it. I have the perfect test for the government now. Take this, and once you find a way to minimize it, right? Put it in a spaceship and send it into a black hole. See what happens.
okay, here's the
Let's see
other
what
thing.
happens.
This actually goes back to our other
This ain't
conversation.
gonna do nothing.
That actually goes back to our other conversation.
If it swallows a star, it's not gonna do nothing. You feel me?
Yeah, about playing God.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's like, okay, now we have unlimited power, theoretically. It's like, okay, now we're really getting close to playing God. Like, if we start making black holes,
scary here, yeah.
or like, could we make a planet? Like, that sort of shit. Or like,
Yeah.
how big can we make this shit where it actually impacts gravity? You know what I mean? Like, we're actually like, we're playing God at this point. It's like really terrifying.
Holy.
Hey, but I think it's a W.
Hey,
You know, fuck it.
true. It is. If it's gonna start. It is also good for the climate change situation too. It's extremely good in that case.
No matter
It's
your stance
renewable
on
and stuff
climate
like
change,
that.
whether you believe it's overblown, whether it exists, whatever your stance is, shouldn't matter. It's just the fact that we have no waste.
True.
Because now you're not wasting space on like other shit, like
On
actual
also,
waste.
Your energy bill will go down, so be happy. Hopefully. I don't know.
I doubt
Probably
it.
not.
I doubt it because
Probably not. Probably give me false hope, but it's okay.
it won't. That creates a whole nother issue because right now, power bills are because you're actually using something.
Yeah.
You're using the fossil fuels. There's a factory making it, so you have to pay the power bill. What happens when they have a star that makes unlimited power, and you're not even using anything? It's like how could you convince a public to pay a power bill when they aren't using anything?
Yeah.
In theory.
Yeah.
I mean, on one hand, I feel like
These chips are good.
taking into consideration where we live, they might love it. You know, people down might love it. You know, because shoot, they don't gotta pay as much. You know how much it costs to keep the lights up for one night?
Oh yeah.
Speak it, bro. How much?
Why'd you put me on blast like that, bro? I don't remember. I just know
I want to know.
hundreds of thousands of dollars, probably millions. It's a lot of money. That's all I remember. I don't remember the exact
For a
amount.
light bill?
Yes.
Well, he's saying
Like
for
combined.
casinos.
Oh.
Yeah.
Like, the casinos are massive.
Yeah.
Oh, okay,
for like
okay.
the combined amount alone downtown,
Thought
it
it was
is
for, like, a
crazy amounts.
Oh yeah.
But they might love it if the power bill part of it goes down. If they even pay bill, I don't know. They probably be doing some crazy stuff. But the main issue here would be energy companies, like people who do solar or the other things like other you know what I mean.
Yeah.
But that will be another issue where they might try to fight it, because then they're gonna start losing money now that you got this star, and there's no use of anybody using your solar panels or any other source of electricity or anything you may have to provide.
That's the whole other argument
true.
here. We might be a decade away from them reducing it small enough where it could power a city safely. We're probably 50 decades away from all the economics behind it.
Yeah.
Because that's the thing, right? Like, it just happened. Well, it didn't just happen, but like down in Texas, they wanted to do this like tram, this electric tram. Better for the environment, better travel. Southwest Airlines lobbied against it because they knew they would lose money. So it's the same thing. So what happens when they start doing votes? Oh, should we get this inputted in our city? And these companies start lobbying against this thing that is good, because it happens all the time. Not just in energy, with anything.
Yeah, with
anything that is like good.
Yeah.
Big companies that make money on that specific thing will lobby against it. Oh shit, he grubbing.
Some hot fries?
Which one are you picking? The Nicki Minaj. You picking the Nicki Minaj? Oh,
How are these ones?
those are pretty good.
Alright.
They're like a 6.
It's just like
BB Queen.
How do you pronounce it? I don't know.
yeah, I don't know. It's just companies will lobby against it if they lose money, even though it's better for the economy or better for humanity. Not even humanity. Companies will lobby against it because the people up top that are voting, like to lobby it and shit, they know they're dead in 40, 50 years. What do they care about humanity? They just need to make their money right now. They don't give a shit. So
Isn't okay? Correct me if I'm wrong. Isn't Southwest the same one that's under fires? I don't know if they're still under fire, but that they were under fire because they shut down their entire
Yeah.
system.
yeah, for during the snow and the
Y'all
cold.
got enough to worry about. Why are you worried about a train?
Yeah.
Well, yeah, it's gonna make you lose money, but you know.
Yeah, that's the thing. So we might be a decade away from them actually doing it. We're going to be decades away from them actually finding a way to input this,
Yeah.
so that these companies don't lose money. 'Cause
Just
that's-
like the metric system.
Then that's
True.
also makes it a little scary in the sense of that. Okay, government figured out this, right? Who knows when they actually figured it out? It could be on the date that they said. May not be. Who knows? But the thing is, governments love power in general, right? And knowing America, how they love their oil, who's to say they ain't gonna use this star to create some crazy weapon and decide, you know what? I think we want that oil you got. Even
put it
though
in
it's
the gun.
only like, it's like a liter, I want it. Run your pockets.
Yeah, here's the whole other dumb thing is like, America will take so long to mass produce this that the only reason that we will be able to commercialize it is because there will be pressure from other countries that have also now developed it, and we're like, okay, now we got to catch up.
Yeah.
Because we can't do anything first, because we have to let everyone else catch up because we're brain dead.
Yep.
And we can't just get things done to get them done.
Yeah.
That's the flaw. We wait until a problem arises to even do anything
Yeah.
about it.
And then it's too late. And then it's
China
too late.
recognizes that.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Let
don't waste
China
time.
get a hold of it. It's over. I ain't gonna lie. China gonna figure it out.
I mean,
They recognize that problem with
That,
America.
but that's because they have a dictatorship. Okay, so let's keep that straight. The reason they do things so fast because they have dictatorship and they have free labor and kid labor.
Get
bro.
ready for the comments.
They got sweatshops making this shit. I'm just saying.
But see, I don't know. If other countries, which other countries now know, okay, I mean, they probably been trying themselves.
Oh yeah.
But finding out that they figured this thing out, they probably didn't even release all the details on how they exactly made this star or whatever it is, to power or whatever like that. But other countries now know, and they have some idea of where to start.
They know it's possible.
Yeah. So now it's a rush to create it so we can manufacture this,
even though
use it, and use it on
I'm sure they were close too.
Probably.
America's
probably not that far ahead.
I'm not a believer that America is so far ahead of these other countries. Yeah. I'm really not. I don't believe that, because it's like that's not how information works anymore. Yep. Information just isn't, I actually have to see them in person to deliver this information. So if I never see them in person or deliver that letter via pigeon to them, then they never know. It's like that's not how it works anymore. There's constant information. There's people that are working for the government as spies. Like, you know what I mean? Like that's not how information spreads anymore. It's not a person to person basis. They didn't keep this shit under wraps.
One thing we definitely have to worry about is the fact that if Russia gets a hold of it, they got their merchant back. So I'm just saying it might get back real quick.
In order to make weapons out of it, we're so far away from that. That's not even close. Yeah, like we made a little microscopic thing. We can't make a freaking fusion rifle that shoots red lasers. Makes a pew pew.
Give me a ray gun.
Start making TIE fighters.
I want a Wonder Waffle. Give me a Wonder Waffle.
Yeah. Fucking the stupid bulbs on the side.
No. Yeah. Actually, I love those guns, but better get both. I want a thunder gun.